Well, welcome back. Joining me now is Tikki Brown. She's Commissioner of the Department of Children, Youth, and Families here in Minnesota. Thank you for being with us.
Of course.
You are very closely tied to SNAP and the distribution here in the counties in Minnesota. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling here on this Friday.
Sure. Well, we've been really worried leading up to this point, preparing per the USDA guidance that on November 1st, 440,000 Minnesotans will not be able to access more than 73 million of federal funds that come into our state each month. So we have been preparing and getting ready and are incredibly worried about the impact that this will have on 440,000 Minnesotans.
Yeah, and when people hear numbers and they hear large numbers, sometimes can become white noise, and we lose track of what that really means. You work so closely with this. I mean, can you put that into perspective for us?
Yes, absolutely. So 73 million is a really large number. When we break it down to an individual level, it's about $6 a day for an individual receiving SNAP, or the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. So if we think about perhaps a mother and a child, that's $12 a day, which can seem pretty small, but it is really vitally important for families who don't have a lot of resources, that this incredibly important benefit for such an incredibly important thing, food, reaches people when they need it.
We're at a really critical point here where people are going to lose these benefits Saturday, and they may need help right now. For those who are wondering, where do I even start? Where do I go to feed myself or my family starting this weekend? What are you telling folks?
So we are telling people to watch carefully our website on the Department of Children, Youth, and Families. We also have several links to a statewide map of food resources that's run through the Minnesota Food Group. And so there are food shelves, there are meal preparation places that we are asking people to turn to. I want to stress that our emergency food shelf system is already incredibly stretched. We recently were able to divert $4 million to that food system to help, knowing that this need was coming, but it's not enough. And we know that they've just been under some incredible strain leading up into this year as well.
Okay. Yeah, that number sounds high, but I imagine it goes pretty quickly given the need. We know we've been doing stories all year that more and more people who've never visited food shelves before are visiting for the first time and have been for quite some time. Um, Tell me a little bit about the funding piece of this. We know this is all being hung up in Washington, D.C. right now with the government shutdown. This is it's federal money. So then how is the state involved? And some have said, well, should this just be a state program funded by the state? Is that plausible?
So Congress has the authority and ability for the setting the rules and the funding source for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. It is $73 million a month, which is an incredibly large number just for Minnesota. That doesn't take into account the 40 billion, I believe, that goes to this program nationwide. And so by pushing it to the states, it really puts a strain on our own state resources. This federal resource that comes in. Additionally, when federal funds come into our state, of course, we pay taxes, right? And so we are paying funding to the federal government that helps ensure that we can receive this benefit. But it does help our local economies as well. When SNAP recipients go to their local grocery store, they're helping the local economy. And so it's a really important economic generator.
Okay. Finally, I want to ask you a little bit about what we're seeing in our communities right now. We're seeing businesses. You probably see the same thing. People coming together to try to help out. It's pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah, it really is. It makes me proud to be a Minnesotan. I think, people are looking out for their neighbors. It's nearly 1 in 12 Minnesotans are impacted by the SNAP program. And so we've heard just amazing stories of people coming together and having food drives, bringing grocery bags to their local food shelves because they know that they need some, the very basics of bags, funding, food, all of those things. And so it makes me proud to be Minnesotan that people are taking care of their neighbors.
Okay. Tell us one more time where our resource, the website, your department. It's not an easy one to always remember, but where can people find more information?
Sure. The Department of Children, Youth, and Families, or DCYF.mn.gov, is our website.
Okay, Commissioner, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we may be checking in with you again next week. So
Appreciate
thanks.
it.
All
Thank
right,
you.
take care. Okay. All right. Thank
Okay.
you. I really appreciate your time today. And yeah, maybe next week if we have an opportunity. I know you're so busy, but maybe checking in to see how things are going. We have a food shelf in the Twin Cities. We have one down in Dodge County we're checking in with today, a farm down there who's helping out as well. So we're trying to just tell the stories in as many places as we can. But you serve as a really good kind of tent pole for us to just ground ourselves in what's happening with, the logistical piece of this too. So
I appreciate
appreciate
it.
it.
Thank
Thanks you
you.
guys for making the time. Thanks, Spencer.
Thanks, Amy. Take
Appreciate it.
care.
Okay, yeah, you guys